You've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, but have you heard of GLP-1 peptides? They sound similar. They act similar. But are they really the same? Or is one a cutting-edge pharmaceutical, and the other a wellness industry loophole? If you're confused, you're not alone. In this video, we're diving deep into the difference between FDA-approved GLP-1 drugs and the GLP-1 peptides flooding wellness clinics, med spas, and social media. And spoiler alert, the differences could be the key to saving your wallet or your health. What is a GLP-1? Let's start simple. GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. It's a hormone your body naturally makes in the intestines. Its job? Tell your brain you're full. Tell your pancreas to release insulin. Slow down digestion. Lower blood sugar. In short, it's your body's natural appetite manager. But when GLP-1 isn't doing its job, hello type 2 diabetes, obesity, and insulin resistance. Enter science. The rise of GLP-1 drugs. Pharmaceutical companies figured out how to mimic this natural hormone with injectable medications. These include semaglutide found in Ozempic for diabetes, and Wegovy for weight loss, tirzepatide found in Mounjaro for diabetes, and Zepbound for weight loss. These are all prescription drugs FDA approved and studied in massive clinical trials. They're stable, tested, and made in pharmaceutical-grade environments. Wait, what's a GLP-1 peptide then? Now here's where it gets weird. You'll see websites and influencers promoting GLP-1 peptide therapy or weight loss peptides. But here's the secret. GLP-1 peptide isn't a specific thing. It's a broad term being used to describe compounded or research versions of the GLP-1 molecule. These are not always FDA-approved, standardized, produced under strict pharmaceutical guidelines. Instead, they're often made in compounding pharmacies or offshore peptide labs, marketed through med spas and clinics as biohacking tools. Breaking down the big players. Let's get specific. Semaglutide. FDA approved in Ozempic and Wegovy. 94% similar to natural GLP-1. Modified to last longer in the body, around 1 week. Extensively studied for diabetes and weight loss. Tirzepatide. Found in Mounjaro and Zepbound. Activates 2 receptors, GLP-1 and GIP. May have greater weight loss effects due to dual action. Liraglutide. Daily injection. Slower weight loss, but useful in certain patient groups. Exenatide and dulaglutide. Older generation. Still GLP-1 receptor agonists, but not as potent or long-lasting. Now compare that to GLP-1 peptides. Often these are non-branded, research-only, and not approved for human consumption. But they get repackaged and marketed like weight loss miracles. Some clinics claim to sell semaglutide peptide or tirzepatide peptide, but there's no guarantee what you're getting. The FDA has already issued warnings to clinics doing this. Some GLP-1 peptides contain unknown excipients or incorrect dosages. In worst cases, they don't contain any active ingredient at all. Compounded GLP-1s, the gray area. There's a third category between FDA-approved drugs and random peptides. Compounded GLP-1s. During shortages, the FDA allowed 503A and 503B pharmacies to compound semaglutide and tirzepatide. They mix the base ingredient, often semaglutide sodium or acetate, with stabilizers like B12 or B3. But there are issues. Some pharmacies overdose or underdose. No mass testing. Shelf life and absorption vary. Some users get great results. Others? Nausea, no results, or worse. Why people choose GLP-1 peptides anyway. Narrator. So why are people taking the risk? Cost. Brand name Wegovy can cost $1,300 per month. A GLP-1 peptide shot from a clinic? $200. Access. No prescription hassle. Just fill a form and inject. Convenience. Delivered to your door, no questions asked. It's the Wild West of weight loss. People chasing the same benefits, without the rules. Do GLP-1 peptides actually work? Here's the thing. Some do work. If the peptide you're getting is chemically identical to semaglutide and dosed correctly, it might act just like Wegovy. But you don't know where it came from. You don't know if it's clean. You don't know if it's stable. Some users on Reddit and forums report amazing weight loss. Others report zero effects or bad reactions. The legal landscape. The FDA is cracking down. Compounders can't use semaglutide sodium anymore. Tirzepatide is under stricter scrutiny. Clinics using the term GLP-1 peptide are being investigated. Why? Because mislabeling something as a peptide dodges drug regulations. And as GLP-1s become billion-dollar blockbusters, the pressure to regulate this gray market is growing fast. Which one should you choose? So how do you choose? Use GLP-1 drugs if you want medically supervised results. You need safety and predictability. You qualify for insurance coverage. Consider compounded GLP-1s if you understand the risks. You have no other access. You've researched your pharmacy. Avoid sketchy peptides if you can't verify the source. The clinic won't tell you the exact ingredients. Sounds too good to be true. Your health isn't worth rolling the dice on mystery molecules. Future of GLP-1 peptides. Here's the twist. Peptides may still have a place. Big biotech companies are now researching next-gen GLP-1 peptides that are orally bioavailable, longer-lasting, multifunctional GLP-1 plus GIP plus Glucagon. And if they pass trials, they'll become FDA-approved drugs too. The real peptide revolution might still be coming, but it'll come with data, not Instagram ads. GLP-1s have transformed the conversation around weight loss, diabetes, and even aging. But with all revolutions comes confusion and misinformation. The rise of GLP-1 peptides is a symptom of a much bigger issue. A healthcare system that often feels inaccessible, expensive, and slow. When the average person can't afford brand-name medications or struggles to get a prescription, it's no surprise they turn to quicker, cheaper, easier alternatives. Whether it's a compounding pharmacy or a peptide clinic on Instagram. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. Just because it's labeled GLP-1 doesn't mean it's safe. And just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's a deal. Understanding what you're taking isn't just smart, it's necessary. Peptides might look like a shortcut, but they could lead you into a maze of side effects, wasted money, or legal gray zones. And no amount of weight loss is worth putting your long-term health at risk. Make sure to like, comment with your experiences, and subscribe for more deep dives into the science, scandals, and stories shaping modern medicine. We're breaking through the hype to bring you the truth, one hormone at a time. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and stay tuned.